Tonight's New York Revival is dedicated to Damar Hamlin. We're wishing you a full and speedy recovery. And for tonight, pray for Damar, people. That don't get you in the mood, I don't know what else will. Welcome to New York Revival. Thank you for spending your Tuesday night with us. And welcome to New York Revival, man, where it's not just sports, it's entertainment. And I'm here with my brothers, man. You guys know who this is, man. Of course, it's your boy Eli Rax, a.k.a. Vibes. And I'm here with my brothers, Mr. Glass Half Full. Let's speak if you nasty now. I gotta figure out my eyes. And I'm here with my brother, aka White Jersey, aka Blue Jersey, aka Damn It Daniel, aka El Shefe, aka everybody, man. He's playing everything these day and age. My brother El Jefe is in the building, man. And guys, welcome, man. This is a celebration. If you guys aren't celebrating, don't have your drinks handy, I don't know what it is, man. Go get your drinks right now. We're going to give you 5 seconds to report to the dance floor immediately with your drinks in your hand, because right now it is a celebration.
I mean, we were ready. If we were ready, they should be ready.
Let's go. And Randy just tied it up 2-2. I'm fucking pumped. Let's go.
All right.
Nika's back in the building.
Before we do that, let's go around the room, guys. How was your weekend? And I'm going to start with, of course, my guy, Mr. El Jefe, because it seems like I start with Mr. Glass Half Full all the time. So I try to switch it.
Honestly, I'll be honest. You do a good job of mixing it up, because I never know who you're going to say. Like every time he's like, I'm going to go with, I'm like, every time I feel like it's me, it's going to be. It's and vice versa. So you do a good job, because there's no way they know who you're going to say, because I don't. But, dude, New Year's Eve was incredibly lame, you know?
Yeah. It's the worst.
I didn't do shit. I didn't do a damn thing. But I did go pretty hard the night before. This is a little something for all the married men out there, if you have kids especially. I proposed this to my wife, and it worked beautifully. Instead of buying each other shit that you don't need and spending money that you don't need to spend, you offer your wife a day, right? Where she can, you take the kids. You actually need to have kids. Otherwise, she could just do this anytime. So you take the kids, let her go out there and live her life, go shopping, nails, hair, whatever she wants to do for the whole day, right? But in return, you get a night, and she has to take the kids out the house, and she needs to go sleep somewhere with the kids. And she went to her in-laws, and I had a night, right? I had a poker night. I was up till 4 a.m. It was like there was no tomorrow for me. So I wasted my opportunity to sleep in because I stayed up till 4 a.m, but it was worth it.
It always works like that.
That was a damn good night. But you know why we're here, man. I can't wait to get into it. But Spiro, big dog.
Yo, listen. I mean, I had so I usually take the week off before between Christmas and New Year's. That's our vacation staycation. We go up to the Poconos, chill out, good times, man. Like, you know, we went snow tubing, we had a good time with the kids live their best life. That's what they do, you know. It's all about them. But we also had, you know, some partying going on. We had some good times. I gained probably 5-10 pounds, but we're back on schedule here.
you back to your cutting weight yet?
Yeah, listen, it's cutting weight time. But listen, Giants got us into the playoffs and got me into this whole new mode now. Like, we wanted to see them go out and dominate and win that game, get us into the playoffs. Now playoff mode is engaged. And like I'm just happy as shit right now. I'm happy as shit going into this week. Good vibes only. And I'm ready to talk football and sports with all you guys, because I love you guys. That's why I come here every Tuesday night. Looking forward to this, man. I'm looking forward to this. E, how was your New Year's? How was your weekend? How'd you do, man?
Well, listen, guys, my weekend, my New Year's, man, I worked, man. So I was able to scroll through my little personal social media, and I see my family posting pictures, and I'm like, damn it, I wish I was there, man. Like, what the hell? You know what I mean? But duty calls. I have to go make the money. But soon, guys, with your support, New York Revival can make it huge. I'm just saying.
Yo, do it
for
all of us.
Tell a friend.
Exactly, right? Come on, I'm just speaking this into existence, guys. You know what I mean? Why not? This is what we do. But, guys, it was lame as usual. But, guys, let me make this clear. If you guys don't know what this is by now, get in this chat, please.
Yeah, we love hearing from you.
Subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. That thumbs up gets us more and more special guests on the Revival, guys. They want to see that traction. They want to make sure that you guys support us. So hit that thumbs up, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. And guys, this is celebration, man. But Spee, I think you have an announcement. What's going on, man? What's going?
Oh well, not so much of an announcement as
State of the Union address.
Do a State of the Union.
Can you address the people?
Let's
address the people,
because this is New York Revival, and I like to remind people that we are more than just a Giants podcast here. We talk about everything. So, I mean, listen, this is our bread and butter, but we love ourselves our Rangers. We love ourselves the Knicks, the Nets. We dabble with the Islanders and Jets every once in a while if they're good, we'll allow them into the conversation as well. But let's just talk about right now the New York Rangers sitting pretty. They're about 3 points out of second place. So we're chilling.
Nice recovery.
They're doing well. They're just catching their stride again. 7-2-1 the last 10. We're laying low, getting our way back up to the top. We talk about basketball. Both teams in the playoffs right now, as currently constructed. I know you hate to hear this, Eli, but the Nets have won 12 in a row.
Damn, really?
Fucking joke, dude. 12 in a row. KD is going off.
No, damn. 12 tackles?
Damn.
12 in a row? How did
One game out of first place in the conference, bro?
That's on me.
It's no joke. It's no jokes. But
the Knicks
you have to
give a look, right? You got to.
Anytime somebody says 12, anything, I go,
12?
damn!
12?
12 in a row?
That is awesome. Listen, it's better than the Knicks, right? I gave up on the Knicks, man. So you got to let me know what's going on.
I'm letting you know they're having one of their better seasons in the past decade or so. So keep an eye on the Knicks. We will be engaging on these teams more once Giant season's over. We'll get it into a little bit more, but we like to keep you guys informed too, because again, like I said, this is about the New York Revival. We try to prop up every team here, and no big deal. But this is our second playoff that in 2 tries. No, sorry, 4 playoffs in 4 tries. We have
one championship
teams. We had the Rangers at the start, and we have the Giants now going to the playoffs. No big deal. No big
Giants
deal.
Are doing what?
4
what
playoff teams.
Doing?
Hold on, guys. If you don't know playoffs,
if you don't want to rebuild, they can't be going to playoffs.
I'll tell you this, and the day that we launched the New York Football Club won their championship, the soccer team. The day we launched. So, guys, New York Revival is in. This is the revival of New York sports. But timing is everything, man. This is a blessing coming here. This is the fastest growing podcast right now. This is crazy.
Let's go. All right, on to some bigger, better things. Bring us into the real talk here.
Now, guys, let me tell you this, man. The New York Giants are in the playoffs since 2016. They finally clinched. They won, and they are in, guys. Now, let me tell you this, man. This is a celebration, guys, so please get in that chat. Let us know what you're thinking and what you're drinking. And maybe we'll drop a link in there because I want to see you guys' face. I want to see you guys get wound up. Celebrate with us. You know what I mean? But, guys, I just want to take a moment, and New York Revival for my guys want to take a moment and just celebrate the guys that came in to get us to this promised land since 2016. Hefe, mind doing the honors, please?
Yeah, buddy.
Listen. There it is.
Look at Coach Dapes. I mean, Jihad Ward also. I love that he's dumping it on him. Like, he's been a great pickup. The relationship between these two guys.
Look at these guys.
You don't see this. You don't see this around the league, like boys like that. Imagine like any of our last head coach GM combo, and then there's this sweet love. Look at the sweet love in his eyes. Look at that look. Like, look at a T-bone. Look at that. And this was great from Lawrence Tynes.
Shout out Lawrence Tynes for this ceremony.
Shout out to Tynes for that.
Burn that boat picture to the ground. Giants are back in the playoffs, baby.
Guys, I just want y'all to understand, we did it. We've made it. We came this far. The New York Giants are back. Get that paper bag off your head. And, guys, I just want to say another thing, too, because there's another person that actually emerged. Now, we could debate this out all we want to say, hey, it's against the Colts. But, guys, we got to give credit where credit's due. I am convinced I will no longer debate. I will no longer, as they say, hate I guess I don't know, but I think he is the guy. But guys, kudos to Daniel freaking Jones, man. And I just want to give the people a little bit of stats, man. And then we're going to go into some videos here. Speed, I like it. Round of applause for Daniel Jones. That was his coming out party. That was his coming out party, guys. And for the year, which I didn't even know, looking up these things. Shout out to Speed, of course, the genius behind all this. But guys, passing yard is 3205, which is career high. Rushing yards 708 throughout the years, and we were all, run more, DJ, run more. 708 yards, right?
Yeah.
That's insane.
700.
Very few people reach that level as a quarterback.
Ridiculous.
Like, that's got to be told. Like
that's
Lamar.
A huge that's number. Lamar, right? That's Lamar.
Yeah,
that's everybody else. That's probably Josh Allen. You know what I mean?
That's better than Josh Allen, I think.
Yeah. That's better. So you're in that ballpark. But guys, 67% in completions, rushing touchdowns. He has 7, and he has 5 interceptions, which is fewest in the NFL. Guys, Daniel Jones, and hold on, fourth quarter comebacks, guys. He has 4. 5 game-winning guys. I don't know what to tell you, and I didn't look at the stats at all. I was just looking at the eye test because a lot of people say, well, man, he doesn't have the stats. He doesn't have the stats. And I just want to ask Mr. Glass half full, and then I'm going to jump to El Jefe. Are the numbers lying to us as long with the eye test? Because, guys, for me, I think Daniel Jones passed and checked all them boxes, man, especially after this Sunday's game. So, Speed, let me know what you think, man, after getting all them numbers. And, guys, put in that chat as well.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you went into the season, if you were to say that this guy is going to match or surpass every career high that he's had previous to this year, crazy. Would you have taken that as a Giants fan? You would say, hell yeah, sign me the fuck up. He has matched and surpassed everything he's done. He's not turning the ball over. Is he taking the shots downfield that we want? Not yet, but it's coming. It's coming. It's the only knock that you really can have on him at this point. He has just been stellar with the ball. He's running the ball. He's passing well. You got Hodges now that it's helped him take that passing game to the next level. I've seen he's checked every box I want to see. The clutch fourth quarter, we want to see that dog in Daniel Jones, and we starting to see that dog, man, to the point where Daniel, stop running a little bit more, like in the fourth quarter of that Colts game, because we're like, all right, he's taking too many hits. So listen, he's trying, he's putting himself in position to get that next contract. He's doing what he can. Can he close out these last 3 games now on a high note? That's what we got to see. The jury, I'm not going to say the jury's still out for me, but I want to see him end on a high note, and that would just, sign me up. Do the fucking sign me up GIF. Yeah, that's it for me, man.
For the record, I don't care who the game was against, because the Colts have had some sneaky games this year. Like, they had Philly against the ropes when Philly was on their red hot run, and Philly beat them by a point. Then they were up 33 points and had the biggest letdown in NFL history. So you don't accidentally go up 33 points. It wasn't like you were up 13. So this team was kind of sneaky there. Even though they fired their head coach, they're not a good team. They have 4 wins. I get that. But I don't care. The Giants, with their roster, were not considered a good team either. So if you have one team going in one direction and the Colts going in the other, you're supposed to beat their ass. And Daniel Jones, like we said, we want to see that dog. We want to see that dude come out and be dangerous. He was that guy. And I'm here to tell anybody who's still hating on him, it's okay to change your mind. Because I said all along, I was on the fence, right? I was never a truther, and I was never a trasher. I honestly thought both those people were crazy, because the truth was still to be determined.
Politics,
right?
Man. Politics.
But what I have seen is a head coach who's getting the best out of him. Daniel's in the right system now. And the way he was making decisions in this past game, using his legs, and I've never seen him have this much zip on the ball. Every time he let go of the ball, it seemed to disappear and just arrive in the receiver's hands. I've never this was my favorite game of his career. Yeah. And I as someone who's not just been blindly defending him no matter what, I have been convinced that Brian Daboll can take this guy as far as we want to go by continuing to improve around him. So it's okay to change your mind if you were on the fence previously. And I do want to give Spiro credit, because he always backed him, but he was never if DJ made a bad play, Spiro didn't defend it. He said DJ fucked up. He made a mistake. But like, you know, give him time. It's coming. It's coming. As opposed to some guys who are like, yeah, but the receiver didn't do this. It's like, bro, he made a mistake. Like, you don't have to defend everything he did. So Spiro was always defending him, but always fair. And me and Eli were more on the fence, and now we've been convinced. And there's no wrong way to be a Giants fan, which is debatable.
It's true. There's a few.
We'll get into that later in the "What Got You Pissed, Man" section. We will. I'm going to touch on that later. But listen, DJ did it. Like, I was never prouder of Daniel Jones than I was on Sunday. Wrap it up with that.
Amen.
And let me add this, guys, if you don't mind. After giving the people those numbers, right? Remember what everyone was saying at the beginning of the year? If not, let me refresh your memory, right? Everybody was like, you know what? I'll take Daniel Jones' rookie numbers, and that'll be a successful year. He surpassed it. So that means he exceeded your expectations, guys. He is your guy, okay? As far as the team of the Colts, like, it's not the team, it's the Colts. They're bad, guys. That's what you're supposed to do. Have games like that versus bad teams. I echo the same thing Jeff had said, and also Mr. Glass half full here. Guys, Daniel Jones, that was his coming out party. Because guess what the coaching staff did? Called his number, and he went and made those plays, guys. I'm telling you right now, that guy is your franchise quarterback. At least for now. I don't see no other better option out there. But I am convinced Daniel Jones is the future of this team. Now I'm going to do this, guys, because every week I do this guy for you guys. And I'm going to put y'all right on the spot here. You guys know I do this.
Fucking guy.
You know I do this. All right? Let me tell you this, and I'm going to start with El Jefe here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, this is going to be tough, man. This is going to be tough.
To start these questions off.
I'm so nervous.
Now, we already know a contract got to come up for Daniel Jones. What is that magical number for you to sign him for a multi-year deal? What is that number?
Well, we have to like be realistic here of what quarterbacks actually get paid in the league. Like, in my mind, I would love to sign Daniel Jones for 25. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I would feel comfortable with that based on his one very good year. But you're also projecting what a quarterback's going to do, right? Like, the Chiefs gave Mahomes a 10-year deal because they're like, he's good. Like, this is eventually going to be a discount by giving him $50 million a year, whatever they did. So, you know, Lawrence Sainz put it out there today that the quarterback market suggests that he would get 40 a year and 3 or 4 years, right? Like, that's a shitload of money. And that's an uncomfortable amount considering where the Giants cap is. And if you want to bring Barkley back, you're looking at not a lot of wiggle room to improve the roster elsewhere. So there's that side of but that's why I'm glad Joe Shane is in his seat, right? So like, it's not up to me. It's not up to any of us here. Yeah. So you can debate all day long, but I would feel comfortable at 25. But I know he's going to get more than that because that's what quarterback, like, it's not my money. So don't let it make you that uncomfortable because it's not your money.
Right.
We'll pay for $13 beers to go watch him. That's our
that's a fact. That is a fact. Speed, what is your number?
So this number of mine has been climbing in my mind and more and more as I've become more and more comfortable with Daniel coming back. At first I was hoping to keep it around 20. But that no longer seems realistic. The more he plays well, it's the catch-22. The more he plays well, the higher his contract goes. Yeah. Now, when you look at the cap hits for next year, the quarterbacks, the 11th highest is Jared Goff at $30 million. Now that is my absolute max, you know, and I don't want to touch that number. Carson Wentz, which I don't know why. Carson Wentz is at 26 at 12. You want to be in that range, you know, 25 to 28 in my mind is where I feel comfortable. Anything above that, I start like really getting a little anxiety. But the problem is, and this is how free agency works, you know, it's the next guy up. You know, every next contract gets paid,
Eli was the highest,
and then going to get surpassed.
Right?
Yeah. So, but I also hate that players get paid on what they did in the past a lot of times. Right now, like you said, Hefe, you're paying this guy for what he's going to do in the future. He's 25 years old. Like, he has, like, we're not paying a 28, 29, 30-year-old who's already, like, he's at his prime, and that's the guy he is. This guy could still get better.
Yeah.
Isaiah Hodgins is his wide receiver 1 this year. We like Rich, as much as we all love Richie James right now, he can be improved on. There's people that you could add that will help Daniel Jones get better, help his stats get better. So 28 is like my number now, Eli. If you want to, it starts pushing it. But listen, if this is his base level, if this is his floor, and he's only going to get better, think about that.
That will be a bargain.
Think about that.
Right. If you're talking about a playoff team year in, year out, then that's a bargain.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna tell you this, guys.
But let me tell you this though. I want it to be a 4-year contract, and I want that 4-year. There's got to be a team option to get out of it in 2, because in my mind, you still have to draft your next quarterback and find your elite. You want to have a top 3 guy. You always want to try for that top 3, top 5 guy. They should still be trying to do that. The Chiefs did that when I had Alex Smith. Alex Smith was a perfectly fine player.
They were a playoff team, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. And DJ is a great comparison to Alex Smith. You build your playoff team the whole way, and you keep trying to go at that guy to try and find your top 3 guys.
You know when it's time, right?
And you know when it's time, right?
Agreed.
Exactly.
Totally agree. Guys, and I know you're comfortable with the 28, 25 range, but I'm going to do something a little different. I'm not going to give you what I'm comfortable with. I just think what I'm thinking they're going to sign him for, and that's $35 million. Ooh, I think that's the magical number Daniel Jones is going to get on this market, unless a team is going to overly reach for him, which I highly doubt. But I really do think they're going to offer Daniel Jones $35 million, a 5-year contract with a 1-year option to get out. And it's going to piss off some fans, because as much as we think we're ahead in the cap game, if you look at those numbers after signing DJ, after signing Saquon, guys, that money is gone. That money is gone. So I'm definitely anxious to see what Joe Shane's going to do with that cap and what he's going to do with Daniel Jones. But I would say if he's looking for 45, I don't think Daniel Jones is getting signed again. I think they're going to let him, okay, go walk, go figure it out. We'll see you later. We just have to drive somebody that's developmental, or Tyrod, be that bridge for us. Let's figure it out. But I'm telling you, Daniel Jones is going to command at least is $35 million, at least coming from the Giants, man. And somebody else will try to reach out for him. But jeez,
listen,
all numbers I'm uncomfortable.
This is the thing, and SC alumni said, SC alumni over here. I put that comment up. He says if we lowball him at 25, he's going to want more. Then you let DJ walk if someone wants to give him 35 to 40 to 45, you let him go. You say, you know what, we tried. But if you're DJ, why not come back to a system that has gotten you the best production on a team that's ascending in the right direction?
Money aside,
the New York market.
There's no way he wants. I don't even think he cares about the market. There's no way he wants to play for another coach right now.
Right,
he should
and pack up his life and move. There's no way.
Why would you want to leave this to go to the Colts?
He wants to be where Saquon is. This is where all his he is not a go pack up and go start a new life in a new city and be no, he's a quiet, humble guy. It's one of those situations where I wish he didn't have an agent, because if we were hey DJ, we'll give you $15 million, he'd probably be like, okay.
Yeah,
but his agent,
he's a Labrador.
The agents know better. The agents are going to squeeze every penny. I think it is going to be a negotiation, and ultimately, I think it's going to be Daniel saying, "Back off. I can play here for 3 years and be a very rich man with the team that I want to be with." And Daniel seems like that kind of dude. So,
last thing, maybe give him a player option in year 3 if he's doing so good that he's out playing all his numbers. You give him a player option to get out of his own contract too. At that point, maybe he wants to get paid more. So you have the team option year 2. After year 2, you have the player option year 3 to rip up the contract and get out. I trust Joe Shane in this whole negotiation process. I trust that he'll make the right move.
Let me ask you guys this: do you load his contract with incentives at this point because he's going to be so rich?
Absolutely.
Would you guys at least throw that at him, or because I know he's going to look for guaranteed money, but would you throw out incentives at this point? Because I think I'll be comfortable with a little more incentives.
Oh yeah,
I think
you have to bake that in. Say you reach the 30 touchdown plateau, you make a Pro Bowl, you get us to the playoffs again. There's so many ways to bake in stuff into that contract. So listen. I still think that salary cap is going to go sky high in about 2 years. That salary cap's going to go up higher and higher, and you're getting out of the Leo contract pretty soon. You're going to get out of the Kenny Galladay contract pretty soon. There's ways to manipulate the cap, and they will do it. I trust Joe Shane.
One more thing on the contract. If they get into this negotiation, his agent is just like, he knows that there's a small market for DJ, but there would be a couple teams that would pay for him. Do you think they switch their strategy and maybe use the tag on Daniel and make him do it again? And then you could still negotiate.
Yeah, because that gets you what, in 30?
I think it's
30 million,
30s,
I think,
right? Which is what his annual would be anyway.
Right.
So all right, let's guarantee it for a year and see what happens.
And again, Daniel Jones is not the kind of guy that's going to sit out because he gets tagged. So he's going to play under that tag. It makes sense, man. This is the thing. They have good options here. They have good options, and
yes.
Yeah.
Quick timeout. I saw a comment and I wanted to. Oh, so real quick, guys. Quick sidestep, and then we can go on to another topic.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
We are working on a storefront for our merch. We had a good meeting today. We're working on that for you because I saw Smooth's comment here, and he wants that hat with a Revival logo on it. So
not a bad idea.
If you did place an order, we are well aware you didn't get it yet. This is why we're setting up a storefront and we're moving in that direction. But that was just the first wave to get the logos out there and everything. But we're gonna sort all that out. But a storefront is in the very near future where we can get a bunch of Revival stuff. So it'll be cool.
Definitely. We're talking about mugs. We're talking about beanies. We're talking about aprons. El Chefe, baby. We're talking about all of that stuff coming soon. We don't want to give too much away, but guys, when that storefront launches, please go support, man.
There's going to be fire out there. We're going to give you guys fire to play with.
Fire.
Oh, wait, 3-3.
I'm telling you, fire.
3-3 Rangers tied it up. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
So, guys, by the way, did our eyes deceive us at the beginning of the year? Maybe we really thought Daniel Jones wasn't that good because recently it just came out that Brian Daboll
this is wild.
put him through training camp to make Tyrod Taylor look better and him look bad in order to try to, put him through the ringer. Guys, you feel like it worked? How do you feel about it, man? And I'm gonna start with Mr. Glass Half Full, man, in chat. Get in that comment section. We want to see that go off too, man. But what do you think about that?
I love it, and I whether it's true or not, I'm choosing to believe it's a fact because Daboll is that kind of guy. You hear the stories about Daboll all the time. This guy is next level thinking, and why not put him through the ringer at the beginning of the season so he's seen it all? Wink is the hardest defensive coordinator to go up against. He's made better quarterbacks than Daniel Jones look bad. Put his ass on a line, make him tough. They want him to take risks. And you're seeing the fruits of that labor now. It's coming out now. He's seen it all. He knows where to go with the ball. He's seen all the pressure. I fucking love it, dude. Again, whether it's true or not, it is a true statement in my mind. It happened. I think it's absolutely true. Daboll is that guy, and I think they needed to see this was a box that they needed to check for Daniel Jones. Can he handle this kind of pressure on him? First day, first practice, preseason, training camp, and Lord knows the New York media was all over him for it.
Yeah, we were
freaking practice. We were. Everybody was. He's handled it all. He's heard it all. Saquon said it himself. You'd be foolish if you thought Daniel Jones doesn't know what's going on out here. He's heard it all, and he's bounced back. He's freaking came out with flying colors, man. Love it.
For Daboll to like go into this preseason and say, I've got a guy that's played 3 years. He knows well aware, bad coaching, bad surrounding cast. He knows all that stuff. Let's see what he's made of. Let's see what we have in this quarterback because there's some physical traits that I could work with, but I got to know what he's got between the ears. Is this not the most brilliant thing ever? And so, quick shout out to our guys. A guy named Tyler Dunn dropped this story, and our guys at Big Blue Beards are going to have him on tomorrow night, 7:30. Yes. Big Blue Beards. So go check that out tomorrow night.
Check them out
if you want to hear more about that story. But my ass was in those bleachers at camp, and I was reporting from New York Revival. I was posting clips, and I was leaving practice, and I was recording videos. I'm like, guys,
don't love what I'm saying.
Tyrod Taylor looked a little, I hate to say this, but Tyrod Taylor's got a grip on this offense, and Daniel looks fucking lost. Fucking lost. Yeah. And that was like how much, I'm going to find some old clips and post them because how perfect and how much sense does that make now that was literally intentional the entire time just to see how he would handle adversity, to see the backup quarterback who was signed to be a backup coming in here slinging first downs and he can't find it. He's getting sacked would be sacks every single play just to see how he would handle it.
You got to break them down
incredible,
to build
dude.
them up.
Yep.
Break them down to build them up.
I'm gonna say this really quick, right? Tough love is the best love, right? Like we've seen him put Daniel Jones through that ringer. Like guys, we were even saying, I think when me and you went to FanFest, Speed, when we was like, man, Tyrod Taylor looks good. We were saying it throughout the year at the beginning. Tyrod Taylor might be the starter in week 3. You know what I mean? But if that was what his goal was, to make him look better and put Daniel Jones through that ringer, it worked, because look at his success now, right? Daniel Jones is having a good year thus far. And listen, it went from Brian Daboll flipping out on him at the bench. Remember that at the beginning of the season when Brian Daboll's like, yo, what are you doing? Yo, what the hell are you doing? It got in his face to actually smiling at him to like, I'm in full bloom love.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That was a full bloom love smile.
It's working. So you know what I mean? If that was the mind of Daboll, it worked, man. Shout out to Daboll. I thought it was great.
Go back to the press conferences too, though. He was not giving DJ anything. He was like, the quarterback's okay. He wouldn't even say his name a couple of times. He wasn't talked about as a future. He gave him tough love, any avenue you could possibly get it from, and he's come back and earned that fucking love, man. He's earned it.
I got to show you guys one more clip, because I pay attention to little things I see in the game and on the sideline, and not just from the Giants, from other teams, right? Like I see Kyler Murray when he plays, his body language is so fucking bad. I see him mouthing off to his coach, to his receiver. Like they just gave that dude a huge bag, and they're fucked, because that's not the kind of attitude that's just going to all of a sudden flip and become like the guy that you want. The way Daniel Jones' teammates were responding to him on the sideline means a lot, right?
100%.
And I'm going to show you this clip here. We have his boy Saquon, who Saquon's been in his corner since day one, right? Absolutely loves. We would say, find somebody that loves you like Saquon loves DJ. But then Dexter Lawrence, your defensive captain, is waiting, and there's defensive players waiting to get at their quarterback to dab him up. So like, wrong clip. But
we're live,
look at Dex.
we're live.
Look at Dex coming over. That was Saquon. There's Dex. There's guys waiting, giving him, like everyone's waiting just to get a piece of him. Because I'm proud of him, right? They see how this dude works. Saquon couldn't possibly say better things about him, right?
And that was that moment where the crowd was chanting Daniel Jones, guys. That was an incredible and electric. Who would have thought? Who would have freaking
ovation?
What?
The way this
season
game.
We so earned as fans. We so needed a season like this because it's been so bad. But the way this particular season played out, never really seen anything like this, where the expectations were so low, where 7 wins seemed high as a prediction.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
We had beat reporters projecting 3 wins for this team when Joe Judge got 4.
Shout out Pat Leonard, by the way.
Yeah,
Shout
good
out
call.
Pat Leonard for putting the call face on.
You ass clown.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
We know the drill. But guys, I just want to do this too here before. I mean, if you got any more to add there,
you're good.
I just want to add on as a new segment we have here, that what got you pissed and what is he thinking. But guys, we have something called the Fuck You Awards. Welcome to New York Revival's first annual Fuck You Awards. So guys, who is your award givers? And I'm gonna start with Mr. Glass Half Full. Who do you handing out your Fuck You Award to for this year? Go ahead.
Yo, I mean, listen. To me, it's Saquon still. It's Saquon. He has taken so much trash over the years for an elite talent. I kept saying this guy, if he's healthy, is the number 1 running back in the NFL, and he has just went on a fuck you tour and said, "Yeah, I'm going to show you guys. I'm elite. I'm elite." And he put himself back on the map. He has carried this offense to the playoffs. As much as we love Daniel Jones, Saquon has been irreplaceable. Every time Saquon has a good game, this offense has a good game. Saquon is him. He is our star. He is going to be the face of this franchise. Whether Daniel Jones is back or not, I think Saquon's going to be the face of this franchise. He is broken. He's now have the best career year in rushing yards. I love this kid. He is everything a New York Giant should be made of. Saquon Barkley said, "Fuck you guys. I'm back."
He said fuck everybody, Saquon. He said it preseason, then he did it all year. I'm gonna give some flowers to Darius Slayton, because this guy was on the chopping block. He was on the trading block. He was, by all reports, on his way out. And what did the guy do except put his head down, go to work, and just wait for his opportunity?
Amen.
And until Richie James and Hodgins arrived and got their shit together, Slayton was kind of all we had for a stretch of the season here. And he never once said anything, right? The dude just was quiet and he worked. He probably wants to scream, "Fuck you" now, right? To everything that was said about him. So I'll say it for him.
Fuck you. Sorry, babe.
Sorry, kids.
No, I'll put the kids back to bed. I'm sorry.
So, guys, I'm gonna hand out my "fuck you" award to someone I never thought that can actually have a "fuck you" tour. It's Mr. Daniel Jones, guys.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Mr. Daniel Jones, man. Daniel Jones right now is having a "fuck you" tour all year to every Giants person in the community that doubted him, even to me. I got egg all over my face right now because no matter what you can do, you can't debate anymore, especially after that game. That was his huge coming out party, guys, this last game. You got to give credit where credit's due. He's hitting career highs right now. Yes, it's not the 4,000 yard that some people may want, but he's scoring, he's winning games, he's having fourth quarter comebacks. Guys, he's saying "fuck you" right now to everyone that doubted him, even when they didn't give him the fifth-year option. He's like, "Hey, fuck you, Joe Shane. I'm gonna show you. You should have gave me that fifth-year option." And boy, we're gonna have to pay this man to keep him around and to win us some more games. But right now, my "fuck you" award, Daniel Jones is saying "fuck you."
Yo,
everybody right now. So shout out.
We have to also shout out. We have honorable mention "fuck you" awards. We have
honorable mentions.
Sexy Dexy. Everybody tried to tell us, "Oh, he was overdrafted at 17. He's a two down defensive tackle. You got to take him off the field." Oh yeah, 7.5 sacks later, this guy is going to the Pro Bowl. Fuck you. How about who else we got? We got
Landon Collins.
Well, Landon Collins,
a great honorable mention.
Saying "fuck you" to Dave Gettleman and everybody else out there that wanted his ass gone, which I was one of those guys, but hand up. He's proven me wrong. He's come back. He's making plays. Hodgins, he was left for dead. We picked him up in the middle of November. Richie James, I was saying "fuck you" he said "fuck you" to me because I counted him out too, and he has come back and just doing his thing. There is so many people on this team that were left for dead and have come back strong. You know, so
we like within this season, aside
Nick
from
Gates.
The obvious. That's what I was just going there with the DJ and Saquon storylines that dominate. There's a lot of little stories that were woven into the story of this year. We put out a poll the other day that got a ton of votes, and it was actually like pretty evenly split between Hodgins, Nick Gates, and Collins, right? Of these three stories, Landon Collins, like we called him out for making plays last week. He flipped this game. Like he turned this game into a blowout with that pick six. Yeah. The game was within reach when he did that. It was only 14-3 at that time. He made it 21-3, just absolutely smushed them. That was it. The Colts, they were done, bro. They were fucking done when that pick six happened. You saw the look on their faces. The players started giving up. I was watching the game with a couple of friends, and we were just watching the Colts. Like they gave up. They just want to get the fuck out of New Jersey right now. And that was obvious. And it was that Collins play that flipped the script on that game.
100%.
So guys, I want to ask you this, and then first we're going to make this a little more interactive. So I want the chat to get in there. Please let us know, right? This is the last game of the season.
Chat's coming with it tonight. I see you guys out there.
And it's very simple, guys. Rest or play. That's the only answer that you're going to have to give when I ask you this question. Guys, on this last game of the season against the Eagles, are you resting your players or are you playing them? Chat, get in there. Rest or play. But I want to start with Mr. Glass Half Full, man. Last week of the game, the Philadelphia Eagles, we got nothing to play for. If you're a day ball, are you resting or are you playing your players? Give it a whirl.
Let's just go back and just say that one more time. We got the New York Giants in 2022 get to say we could rest our players in the last week, because we were praying that the Eagles were going to rest their players. Now the Eagles got to play for this game, and the Giants get to decide whether they want to rest their players. Amazing to hear out loud. But
absolutely,
I'm going to say, you know what? Whatever we're doing from here on out, we're playing with house money. The upside to playing Philly, who is the best, a top 3 team and the best team in the NFC, the upside to playing them toe-to-toe, even if you lose, the confidence gain is immeasurable. That shows you can play with anybody in the league at that point. That confidence going into that Minnesota game, you're like, Minnesota? Yes, we're going to run right through you guys. Like, that confidence is what gave the 2007 Giants against the Patriots that ability to get through anybody. That everybody needs that. The whole team needs it. If you get injured, so be it, man. Like, you can get injured on any play in any game of the season. It is what it is at that point. If this game turns into a blowout, you take them out at that point. You play the guys. You give them the chance to get confidence against the Eagles. I say play them, baby. Let's go.
There's one word that Spiro said to sum it up: upside. Right?
Yes.
You're talking about risk reward. The reward for playing your guys and beating Philly outweighs the risk of playing another football game, which you do every week. This is what you do, right? So to go out there and beat Philly, I don't care who Philly has out there, right? To go out there and beat their ass, because they're going to play. They want the one seed. Yeah. They have to play this game, right? To go out there and beat them is the kind of win that could send you into Minnesota, most likely, right? And be like, fuck you, Minnesota. We just took care of Philly. We're ready to do this, right? It would be scrumptious. It would be delicious. It would be just fucking go for it. Just go beat their ass. What's the
I'm sorry, I just saw the name pop up, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you damn right.
Shout out, man. Yeah, that's all
Uncle
what's going on?
Uncle Robert. Uncle Robert.
Shout out Uncle Rob, baby.
Shout out Uncle Rob, man. I was like, wait a minute.
I had to put that out there. I knew there was
Eli goes.
Yo, hold on, wait. I love that. Uncle Rob, thank you for watching the show, man. Go ahead. Thank you for the comment. Keep it coming. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just had to shout him out there.
You got it, man. Upside. And somebody, I'm sorry, the chat's going fast and I missed it, but somebody said, like, what John Madden called Tom Coughlin. And I think it was after that Patriots game, right? And said, good on you for playing your guys. I was proud of that. You know, like all the positive things to say. So if you need John Madden and Tom Coughlin's blessing, you have it, right? Yes. This is the way. This is the right thing to do. You go play and you go fuck them up as best you can. Ride this momentum. Like this is it, guys. One more regular season game, and then you're in the tournament. So get as much momentum as you can. Go beat their ass.
Hey, 4-3 Rangers, by the way. 4-3 Rangers.
Let's go.
DeAndre Miller. Let's go.
But guys, I echo the same thing Hefe said. Let me tell you one thing. I go to Tom Rock's Twitter page from time to time, and I read that pinned tweet. And that pinned tweet is John Madden talking to Tom Coughlin during the 2007 Super Bowl run where they wanted to play the Patriots, and we were already clinched by then. Guys, I read that to this day because that's powerful. You got to take what the general said, man. May John Madden rest in peace. But, guys, he was emotional when the Giants went out there and fought their hearts out, even though they lost that game. He was like, listen, I'm all choked up. I'm emotional just thinking about it. And, guys, you gotta go out there and play, and you play to win. To wrap up the season with divisional foes, you got to do it. I don't believe in sitting because I think rust does happen if you start to sit your players out. I think that rust will set in. If you let them go out there and just crack some helmets, guys, trust me, man, they'll be ready for this playoffs, especially if it's a close game or if they win it. Imagine the confidence going into the playoffs with a win or even with a loss that's just hard fought that these guys are going to come back and just kick ass. I'm telling you, play these guys. Let them keep going. This is an all-year sport. Bye week is the only time you rest. Other than that, you here to play football throughout the entire freaking year. Go out there and play and show the people why you made it to the playoffs to the beginning. Go out there and do your thing, man. I'm totally for these players playing, man. And I think Dave Ball's with it too.
We're on the same page here.
Is vulnerable right now. They are not playing their best ball.
They lost their mojo.
Jalen Hurts that might be coming back. He hasn't played in a couple weeks. Lane Johnson is out. They're
huge.
Ripe for the picking.
That's a huge loss.
Ripe for the picking, and who knows? Again, who knows? If the game starts getting out of hand, then you start pulling your guys, but give it your best until you can't play. You can't play anymore. So give it your best. Leave it out there because again, the upside is immeasurable.
I completely agree with Monty here, and it looks like a lot of people in the chat do too. So I wanted to give him a shout here. Monty is our guy. He helps us out behind the scenes too.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I kind of agree with him. If the Giants don't play their starters and they back into the playoffs, which is the same opportunity we have now, you're going to rest we're not that kind of team, right? We're not a 1 or 2 seed that can just take off because we know what we got. No,
right.
We're a fiery on the cusp team. Go fucking throw punches. Go beat
and mind
someone.
you, we might see who knows? We might see the Eagles again in the playoffs. Guess what kind of confidence you're going to have if you play the Eagles tough this week, and you got to go up against them again. Not like you played them the first time. You're going to have the utmost confidence if you play them tough this week, going into the next matchup. If we, in a perfect world, see these guys down the line in the playoffs. So that's another factor. You gotta play them tough and see what you got. This is a very big game for the coaching staff too. The coaching staff now has a chance to adjust. They've seen them once. What can we do to pick apart the Eagles this time, the second time around? They're vulnerable. Go after them. Get them.
Totally agree. And guys, I just want to just another little topic we want to, touch on a little bit there. But Kayvon Thibodeau had a big sack against Nick Foles, man.
Enormous sack.
Enormous sack. Gigantic sack.
Gigantic
Sack
of the week.
Everybody just hold up the gigantic sack of the week here.
Oh, I like that. I like new segment.
The gigantic sack.
We can't see you, but do it with us at home. Go ahead.
This is for guys. Also, hey guys that are listening on our podcast tomorrow.
Yes.
We are actually holding our hands as if 2 balls are in each of our hands.
Oh, good point.
Yes, good.
You got to paint the picture for the people that are just listening. Okay,
you got a point. So, guys, gigantic sack of the week. Kayvon Thibodeau hit Nick Foles, but guys, that's not the only thing. Some controversy came out of the celebration of him making field angels. And unfortunately, while he was doing that, Nick Foles was down, hurt, and injured on that play. And Jeff Saturday didn't take too kindly of it. He actually wanted to call it very trash, and etc. I believe it was. I'm not really sure. But guys,
classless, trashy, whatever.
It was classless. It was trash. But guys, do you feel that was a reach? Do you feel like the celebration was a little bit too much? Because then another clip, it was him kind of going, the night symbol on the sidelines there. But how do you feel about that, man? Was it too much of a celebration, or is Jeff Saturday just being Jeff Saturday? He's just overreacting. He's being a Karen over there. But I'm gonna start with Mr. I'm gonna start with El Jefe on this one. What you got, man? What's your thoughts?
You said Mr. El Jefe. That threw me off.
Yeah, I was about to say Mr. Glass half full. And I said, you know what? Nah. Let me go with El Jefe on this.
He is a Mr. El Jefe. He is a Mr.
Exactly.
Mr. That's true. Jeff Saturday is an analyst. He's not a head coach. So he was being an analyst. That's fine. I do think Thibodeau was doing it a little too long. I'm fine with the celebration, but he was hitting Foles' lifeless body a few times, and he was like, oh, look at that. He's like crumbling in pain. I'm just gonna do about 17 more and get out of here. It did go on a little too long, but I think he's a young man. He's a rookie. He's becoming a star, and he got caught up in the moment. I think looking back at it, he's going to learn from this, right? Mm-hmm. And he's going to realize if you break someone's ribs, maybe pull back on the celebration a tiny bit. This, I think, may have been more towards the game's over, right? That's game. So I honestly, I had a problem with it until Jeff Saturday came out and called it trash. And I'm like, fuck that, bro. He's a rookie. Then I started defending Thibodeau. But I think it's just a rookie thing that he'll learn from. He's a stud. He just got a sack in a huge playoff clinching game. He has the right to celebrate, as all players do. But I just think it went on a little long, and I think he knows that. So I'm not sweating it.
Yeah.
Speak.
Listen, we need some dogs on this defense, and Kayvon Thibodeau is a dog. And I'm perfectly okay with what happened. I truly don't think he knew that Foles was convulsing next to him while he's doing his snow angel.
Foles was like,
he knew that. I know. He's like,
yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
It was a bad look.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
I don't think he knew what was happening. Having said that,
convulsing, and he was though. That's the fucked up part. Holy shit.
Kayvon is a dog. He's aggressive. He got after it. He got a big ass sack, a big gigantic sack, and he celebrated. I'm okay with it. And the night was thing, like Jeff said, he was putting him to sleep. It's game over. So I don't care. I don't care what he did. And He's a smart guy. He will learn from it. I think he'll next time make sure that the quarterback's okay,
right?
Then celebrate.
Right.
Every rep is a learning experience for these young guys, and every sack is a learning experience. This will be one of 50 sacks in the future, one of like 60, 70, 80. It won't matter. He won't be going OD Snow Angel, He'll do the nice, relaxed Michael Strahan, or he's gonna find his own.
Or the
sack
Justin.
dance. Yes, Justin. He'll find his sack dance.
I like this one. I like those ones.
Ooh, I know. Me too. I do that every time. Like you said, you gotta get the legs kicking in the back though.
With the legs clapping, as TK said last time. Yeah, gotta have the legs clapping.
No, but fuck it. I'm in. KT's a dog. I want a dog on my defense. He went to eat.
Give me the dog. Eli, you got a problem with it?
No, I don't. But I do get optics, right? Because in the job that I do, they tell you, hey, you're in uniform and you got to make sure the optics is an exact. So I get optics, right? It was a little bit too long. The night thing seemed like it was tasteless or whatever the case is. But guys, one thing it was a big sack, a huge game, and it was a celebration. To me, it was a big sack. It was a big sack, and it was a celebration. Guys, I didn't find anything wrong with it. And I think Coach Dayball is just going to put him to the side and be like, hey, yo, you just got to, get up off that ground a little bit sooner because your teammates are trying to pick you up to say, yo, all right, let's roll. And you didn't get the signal. Get your ass up, get up off that field, sit down, and respect the other player that could be injured on that play. You know what I mean? So it's a learning curve. But I like that dog there. I like that pit bull in him. You know what I mean? So I don't want to tame him too much and take away from what he does best, and that's being attacking. That's being an attacking defensive lineman. So, you learn from it. You celebrate, get up and get out the way. That's it, man. But I have no issue with it at all. Go continue to be that dog, man. Go.
One thing. Jeff Saturday was more pissed at his own lineman for not sticking up for his quarterback than he was anybody else.
As a former lineman, yes, he was.
He was calling out his pussy ass lineman for not sticking up for him.
Because they did.
That's what's happening.
You let a man Snow Angel next to your dying quarterback for quite some time.
Dropping the people's elbow on his ass if he's.
Can I pull an Eli and throw a curveball at you guys?
Sure. Oh, come on! No, I can't do it with you guys. I can't do it.
Because we're talking about celebrations, if you were, say, a wide receiver in the NFL, which you both could definitely be, when you score a touchdown, what would your celebration be if you have one? Or would you be a guy like a Barry Sanders? You just flip the ball to the ref and you go back and play another game.
You got to celebrate. If you're in
the chat, let me know what your celebration.
I used to love what's the tight end on San Diego opening up the football and chucking it. That was like a little celebration. I'm not going to OD this choreographed fucking touchdown dance. Everybody gets in. No, I'm going to have my little fun. Little open up the pineapple, drink it, and then slam it down, or and then that's it. But I gotta have a little something. I had a little something because not everybody scores a touchdown every game. You at your best, you're scoring maybe 5, 6. Have some fucking fun in the end zone.
A sumo wrestle with the goalpost is a very good.
That's a good one. Guys, I'm gonna be a little more flamboyant. I'm gonna be a little more flashy. So I'm thinking like Ocho Cinco Hall of Fame jacket that says Hall of Fame year 20 blah 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 blah. So I'll have one of those jackets. I'll probably do freaking Odell and break dance or something. Like, guys, I'll do something even crazy. Like, I'll go on the Dallas Star and do the TO. Like, I'll do all of those, bro. I really, really would. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be that type of wide receiver to be like, oh, this isn't good for the game. And I'll be that type of guy. This is all class. This is tasteless. Oh, this guy has no class. And I'm going to just eat it alive and be like, yep, I scored. Fuck you. I'm the greatest. That's just me. That's just how I'll do it.
Now you know a little bit more about me and Eli.
Yeah, right. You got to do it. Shoot.
It says a lot about you. I think I would, now that you get your teammates involved and shit, I'd probably do a little like air guitar, a little Austin Eckler air guitar, and then like crowd surf into my teammates and jump on my back and keep going. Something like that.
That's fire. That's fire. We gotta do something like that in the offseason. But guys, listen, here's a great segment that you guys all wait for, man. And this week is what got you pissed, man? Right? So, guys, what got you pissed, man? And I'm gonna start with El Jefe on this one. So we're gonna easily break this down, man. Speed, you want to do the honors? Let's do 1, 2, 3. What got you pissed,
man? I jumped the gun there.
You did? That's why I gotta give him the eye to kind of make up for it. What got you pissed, man?
Because that's not how we practiced it before.
Sorry.
No, we're not gonna stop.
What got me pissed, and I'm not gonna go too long because I want to keep the vibes good here.
It's coming. It's coming. I'm recording it tomorrow. I promise you, I'm recording it tomorrow. I got you, Sean. I promise you, I didn't forget. I'm recording it tomorrow in my backyard. I got y'all. I promise. I promise.
What got me pissed is there are still some fans that are resisting this season and the success that we've had. I was in a Twitter space last week before this Colts game. It was last week. And there were fans saying they would prefer us to lose out for draft position.
Wild, bro. Wild.
We are so past the point of thinking about like a top 5 or top 10 draft pick. Like, get out of your own like, why are you a fan? The whole point of being a fan, which is to root for something that you have no control over, right? Mm-hmm. Because when it goes great, it's fucking magical. And only one team wins the Super Bowl every year. It's like understood, right? Like 31 fan bases are going to be disappointed at the end of every single season. You have a team that's about to go to the playoffs. You're like, I would rather back this up, get some young guys in here, and see what they could do in a couple years. Like, what?
Unreal.
The point of having those good young players is to get to the playoffs and see what happens. Right. That fucking drove me crazy. I logged off for the day, and I thought about it like 5 different times, and I can't get over it. How can you possibly think about the draft at this point in the season? It's over.
It's mind-numbing, bro. Mind-numbing. I agree. See, this is a therapy right here.
You know what?
Get it off your chest.
This is good for us.
Push out the jives. Bring in the love. Push out the jives. Bring in the love. Speed, what you got, Speed?
Oh, man, I listen, I hate to bring this into this kind of zone here, but what got me pissed is how
my bad. Hold on, Hefe. We got to do this right here.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3. What got you pissed,
man? What got me pissed is how the NFL fucking handled yesterday's unbelievably sad moment, unbelievably shitty moment. That was the NFL's chance to just do the right thing real quick. Understand the gravity of the situation.
Read the room.
When the fucking ambulance has pulled out onto the goddamn field and a guy's getting resuscitated on the field, it's probably time to fucking say, this game's suspended. Don't even think about it. Don't make Joe Burrow throw passes to get warmed up. Fucking end it there. Use your head for 1 second. The NFL is so damn reactive that they sat there and got roasted by the whole world until they're like, you know what? Maybe it's a good decision to not go on with this game when this guy's life is on a line and all of his teammates are going to play like shit afterwards. Bengals guys feel bad. Bills guys feel bad. Let's suspend this game. Should have done it within 5 seconds. As soon as that goddamn ambulance came back, as soon as it took 15 minutes to get this guy fucking breathing again and his heart pumping again, that's when you should have made the decision, not fucking 20 minutes later, half hour later. Shouldn't have put it on the coaches either. So fuck you, Roger Goodell, and whoever else was in there, Troy Vincent. I don't give a shit. NFL, be better. Be better at what you do, man.
You're absolutely right. I think it was the two coaches getting together saying, we're not going back. We're not going back. So the NFL was trying to play that game. So
they give 5 minutes. They try to say 5 minutes.
It's so ridiculous. I know we're trying to keep the vibes good here for everybody, but that's worth saying that was because it was like 45 minutes before they officially did it. Like the NFL wanted to continue, and it was the coaches.
Bullshit.
Kudos to the Bengals coach who was just couldn't have been more like empathetic and like seemed like a good he seemed like a good dude. It wasn't right.
And I just want to piggyback that before.
What got you pissed, man?
This definitely got me pissed, and I just want to piggyback on what Spiro said. And again, guys, we're gonna, of course, kick this party going and keep it going for sure, guys. But what got me pissed is that I put out a tweet and I said, "Hey, end this game with a tie." Like the NFL has to figure this out. I get it. I'm a guy that's against ties too, but with a tragic event that just happened yesterday, I'm like, yo, just call this game, do something, figure it out. And when I put in there, the comments was, this is the biggest game of the year. How dare you call for a tie? What got me pissed is the people. Like the guys that don't cherish human life. The guys that don't understand the tragic event that just happened on someone potentially that could have lost their life. Guys, if you don't have that filter or that understanding in your brain, I question your sanity at this point. I question how human are you. I question you, man. Some God in your life, man, because he's in mine. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to make this church or a sermon, but guys, the lack of empathy for human life, man, what is this world coming to? I'm pissed off, man, and disappointed in the people that actually responded to me in that way and caused me to log off for the rest of the day. I couldn't handle that mentally. But I'm very upset and disappointed in humans that actually think like that, that just doesn't think that these guys are human, that they're just athletes, that they're robots can go out and just put their bodies on the line and their lives on the line every day. What that shows you is that the NFL is real and there's some human aspect to it. So before you say this guy sucks or he's not doing something for your fantasy, just understand that that's a human body or a human person that you're speaking to or talking to in that manner. So do better, guys, honestly. But that's what got me pissed, man.
Yeah.
But guys,
Eli, real quick. I just want to say silver lining on the whole thing is it shows, number one, like how compassionate all the guys were on the field, the brotherhood that is real. Absolutely. And I'm glad that'll happen. But also what social media can do for good is they were like, you know, I was one of the people who felt helpless. Like, what can we possibly do in this time? And then you saw that this guy, when he was like 22 or 23 years old, he started a toy drive, right? And he had a GoFundMe of a goal of $2,500, which like seems very low considering you're in the NFL, but whatever. It only had like $7,000 or something before yesterday. It's over $4 million right now.
Unbelievable.
It's 24 hours since the injury. $4 million. So it just shows like kind of the good that can come from terrible situations. And like the guy, I hope to God that he pulls through. And it like recent reports seems like it's trending well.
Yes.
It's going in a good direction. He's still fighting. So like God willing, he pulls through and we learned something from this, but at least it showed some of the good that can come from bad situations.
Amen.
And another thing, guys, why wait to something tragic to happen to support somebody? Something that is that good. Go and donated that money. That should have been $4 million a long time ago, what he was doing.
Right.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Still gone.
Why wait that long?
Look at that.
Why wait that long for something tragic to happen to go support? Support the good, guys. Come on. Use your brain out there, man.
Social media is so shitty for so many reasons, but sometimes good things like this happen where, you know, it catches fire. It also helps you weed out the fucking morons that were tweeting about how they care about their fantasy team and now their bets were not going to get cashed. And go fuck yourself. How about that? Like,
Crazy.
Go fuck yourself. More important.
Twice on Sunday too. Go fuck yourself twice on Sunday.
Yeah. We'll figure out your fantasy team later. The guy is barely breathing. He's in critical condition. Have a fucking heart. I don't know.
I agree.
All right.
Anyways, guys,
we said enough. We said enough,
right? Come on, guys. We already know how we feel. I had to get that off my chest. Thank God. Thank God. But guys, listen, let me tell you this, man.
Chat.
And thank you guys for hanging with us and understanding that we had to get that off our chest as well. And hopefully speaking for some people again that had the same sentiments as us. And trust me, man, we feel your support, man. We said that with a heavy heart. So
it just had to be said.
Yeah, prayers for Damar Hamlin, please, man. Prayers up for him. So guys, this is a good segment, of course, man. The New York Revival. We love to talk about. This is to El Jefe here, man. Why not? What is he thinking? Right, so we got a nice clip. We're gonna pull it up, and we're all gonna give our little riffs on it, man. And we're gonna start with this nice, wonderful film of Coach Dayball giving Daniel Jones "Love Is in the Air" vibes.
Well,
all right, so let's bring it up.
You seen that one, right? You saw the clip of the way Dabes. I showed it before. The way Dabes was looking at him. Yeah. But I'm going to show you something right here. It's a little different.
Is he throwing us a little curveball?
But it's still what was he thinking?
Still love.
If you're Coach Dable, right? You were handed this shitstorm, the same shitstorm that Joe Shane was, and you just coached this team to a playoff berth at home, right? And you're about to hug your GM and say thank you to the Giants fans. So I want to show you this real quick. Right. First of all, that embrace is not a normal embrace among colleagues.
No, it's love.
Look what he does right here. Look at these fans. Like
look at him.
This guy just fucking
he loves us. We love him.
So what he's thinking is like, thank you, God, every team I coached for that led me to the New York Giants is what he's thinking right there. I'm where I belong. I'm about to take this team places. And we have the coach. Like, God bless the broken road that led us to Brian Day.
Yeah. No doubt. No
I'm
doubt.
sorry.
No
I'm
doubt.
sorry. I didn't want to
You're
say that,
right.
but it was like coming out before I could stop it.
That was great.
Dude, you're right.
That was a curveball. That was an El Jefe
I know.
special curveball. I love that.
I know.
But guys, I echo that, man. What is he thinking? I think the same thing, man. Like, finally, I got to this point. Like, you know,
Dude,
like,
yes.
good for him, man. I like that one.
He embraced New York from day one. Before the season even started, he was sitting at Ranger games. By the way, 5-3, empty net goal from Heidel. Game over. Let's go. He was going to playoff games and fucking and losing his voice, getting after it. And this guy is born to be the coach of the New York Giants. I like Joe Judge was saying in the press conferences, but he never showed this kind of passion on the field that Daboll is showing right now. He has so much awesome passion. You hear what and there was a clip that happened earlier today with what's her name? Erin Andrews. Erin Andrews saying how she is in love with Daboll. He hangs out with the equipment guys, the kitchen staff. He just says all the right things. He does all the right things. He is genuinely an awesome guy. He's not a fucking car salesman like the other, like Joe Judge. He actually does all the things that he says, and I love this guy with a damn passion. I just want to take his head and just rub it. I love that guy. I love that guy, dude. He is like an awesome uncle that you just want to party with all the time. I bet you he fucking throws down too in a party.
Oh,
I bet you he throws down.
He can drink and smoke cigars. Like, how do you not just
when he had that,
too?
Week one, he got me. Week one, when he held his pouch,
yes, dude,
and he's like, this guy's gonna miss the field goal. He's gonna miss the field goal, and he lost it with passion after the game was over.
He had that same look.
This guy, he's it.
When the game was finally over, right? Like, seconds ticking by, and he turns around and just goes, "Let's go!" Dude, he screams like to his coaches, to all the players right there, and you just see Wink like smiling at him. And he had that look. He had that same look that he did after that Tennessee game, that just like on the verge of tears because I want this so fucking bad, and I'm earning it. You know what I mean? Like, just I don't know how you could possibly not love this guy. Like, just don't doubt him. If they decide to bring Daniel Jones back long term, just trust it. Okay, right, this guy knows what he's doing. Just fucking trust it.
Yep. And enough for the debates, man. Enough. And Joe, Shane, and Dayball, we trust, guys. He took Daniel Jones from a turnover machine to an actual competent quarterback. Let's be honest here. The best in the league at turnovers, to not turning the ball over at all. He's the cause of us winning games and not losing them. That is coaching, and I'm going to trust all of that to the bank, whether they keep him or not. But, guys, I tell you, they're going to keep Daniel Jones, man. But, guys, unfortunately, man, this is the part of the show. We got to call it a wrap. But before we call it a wrap, I just want to go around the room really quick. We got the Philly here. Prediction. Hefe, what you got? Prediction.
Oh.
I don't even know who's playing in this game. Hopefully everybody's like, I'm assuming, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to Philly. We're riding the momentum. 27-24 Giants.
W in Philly to ruin their fucking.
I'm not predicting a fucking loss at this point. I'm on such a high from I'd rather be wrong. I'd rather be wrong and predict a win at this point.
Speed. That's facts. Speed, go. What you got?
I'm gonna say, oh God, I don't want to bring down the vibes here. I think we are going to play a hell of a game. I think it's going to be a battle the whole way. I want to say,
show some cojones. Show some fucking cojones.
All right, fine.
Fuck it. I'd rather you be wrong. This is a good vibe show.
We win 24-22. Last second field goal. Let's go, Giants. We're going to Philly. Bam. Let's go,
Eli. Don't you dare. Your vibes.
You heard me, honey. You heard me.
35-24 New York Giants, baby. 35-24 New York Giants. Book it, baby. That's how excited I am. We're going to score 35 on that ass, and they're going to score 24. I I don't care. I don't care if I'm wrong. We winning that game. Blowout, baby. Let's roll. Let's do it. And on that note, guys, thank you for spending your Tuesday night with us, man. It is your boy, Eli Rax, a.k.a. Vibes. And this is New York Revival, where it's not just sports, it's entertainment. And on my brother's here, man, on behalf of Mr. Glass Half Full, and that's Spee if you nasty, man. And my brother LFA, a.k.a. White Jersey, a.k.a. Blue Jersey, a.k.a. Damn it Daniel, a.k.a. El Shefe, a.k.a. Qatar Douche, a.k.a. Acoustic Guy, whatever the hell he is, a.k.a. this guy. And we are out of here. Peace.